Hi, my name is Jamie, and I'm so excited to share something with you today. And for those of you that don't know, my mission is to help families become more healthy, both financially and physically, because I believe they go hand in hand. Well, you know, I'm reading a book from one of the leaders in the company, one of the companies I represent. And I'd sat in on one of his Zoom meetings before, and um, he had a man that had to help take care of his child 24/7. He was hooked up to like life's different support. He had to be next to him during his business. This man went out over 100,000 a year being a at home care provider, for had to take care of his son, medically. Okay. And so it was phenomenal to me. And this man that did this, who helped coach and mentor this man, happened to have been a pro basketball player, very big. You guys would know the name because his brother still plays for a huge, a huge basketball team. I'm not going to get into all the details right now. You can message me or I'll talk to you one on one. But I've got his book, and it talks about his. But what happened was he was playing pro basketball and he got a bad injury. And just at the right place, right time, someone invited him to lunch and had one of another very great mentor in the company with him. He didn't even know what they were going to talk to him about. And sometimes we have to face. Some people may refuse to do that, but it's what you refuse to do or are scared of doing, just showing up and talking about something that usually is what we need to do. We need to do what we fear, right? So they just showed up. They didn't make it about them. They ended up changing this person's life and millions, thousands others because of it. So they sat down that day after he had just got a severe injury, wasn't going to get to play, and he wasn't being recruited or drafted into basketball, but now into a great business in America. Uh, and so he decided to, I'm going to read it right from here. He decided to take this. This is his first 2 years in the business. Okay. I readily admit that my start in my business, despite my initial and genuine excitement and supportive parents, wasn't totally perfect. I dived headfirst into this business. I called my agent by the third Wednesday and let him know that I was retiring. So this is his basketball agent. I called the national, it's NBDL, which stands for National Development Basketball League administrators, and asked to back out of my contract, which they allowed me to do. However, I was still facing interesting circumstances. After 2 weeks in, before the third day of the fourth day in his state licensing class, because you get professional and state licenses and federal licenses in this company. I was summoned to my dad's house. He goes, son, I know you're excited about this business, and I think you're going to do great, but I've got to let you know that an offer has been made for you to go to Italy and play. They're offering you roughly $200,000, which was a lot, 20 years ago, right? Housing and car expenses paid for. So 200,000 plus on top of everything paid for, cars, houses, as well as allowing you to go to rehab for as long as necessary to get better. So that's what he had to give up. You know, that was a lot to give up. And I know there's people that won't even give up getting off the couch, these glasses, sorry, that won't even get up getting off the couch. They're stuck in their comfort zone. He had to give up $200,000 and living in Italy and everything paid. So he says, I'm not suggesting anything, but just letting you know that's on the table. It's obvious your choice, and I'll still support you whatever you do. I thought about it while sitting at the kitchen table in my dad's house. As hard as it was, I decided that I was doing what I was supposed to do and declined the offer before heading to his licensing class. Ask yourself, what would I have done? I believed in the opportunity and the person coaching and mentoring me to be successful. But more important, I believed in myself. if so many other people before me had been able to achieve such high levels of success in this company, then there's no way that I wouldn't experience great success. In my mind, if only one person had succeeded, the opportunity to do so existed. And another reality of my first year in the business was that I couldn't watch basketball on TV because many of the guys whom I played with, many of whom I had outplayed, were experiencing success. Although I was genuinely happy for them, it was hard for me to accept that I wasn't there as well. I fixed in my mind that his new business, was his sport now. It was his sport. As soon as I was starting to be able to deal with my decision, my college teammate and friend Ronald, who had played with me in the Detroit Summer League team, was called up to the Pistons team from the NBDL in his NBA debut, but he had exploded for 18 points. Anyway, it's talking about this guy's success on ESPN, highlight dunks, and on and on. So during his he's not over there in the basketball. He chose not to do this. During my first 2 years in this business, I experienced a relatively significant amount of success. I worked hard enough, and based on the effort, was blessed to come in contact with some amazing people and helping them. Keyword, he found out what they wanted and he helped them to achieve what they wanted. So in helping them to achieve some of the things that they wanted to accomplish, I accomplished a great deal. The first 2 years went by really fast, even though they never really seemed like they were like they were when I was going through the tough stuff. True to what I was told by my mentor I moved quickly and efficiently through the qualification and promotion process. My first year in business, he had earned 61,000, and when 10 months from signing his paperwork and 9.5 months from my license date, I done enough to earn control of my own agency. So he became the owner of his own agency, as the company called. The second year in his business, he earned 252,000 and exceeded the income that had been promised in Italy. So this man is, a million a year earner with this company, and millions he's earned with this company. But even more than what he earned for his family, is he helped so many others achieve success for their families. So anyway, I'm going to attach a link so you can find more out about this. Facebook, you can see it on the bottom of my bio, and I'll throw it in a comment. And on YouTube, it will be in the more right below the video. Please subscribe and like. I promise you, this is just little taste of what's yet to come. All right. Goodbye. God bless. Keep shining. Keep smiling. And keep serving others. You will win.